Glasgow Regional 2016. We are here with. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Jordan Gallagher. I played PePe this weekend, or MM as I prefer to call it, and I got first place.
Yep, first place PePe, and let's go and see what you played.
Cool, so the main deck. It's 40 cards. So it's 3 wizard because it's wizard. It's actually insane. Pop your scale so you don't lose to wavering in the mirror. Pop flush fire, obviously. 3 monkey board because it's also insane. It's a 1-card scale. 3 joker because it searches every good card in your deck except like the perform mages, but that doesn't matter. It searches this, which is a scale. I played 2 lizard. I was playing 1 for a really long time. The second one was almost not getting played, but it actually came up so often when in testing that I just decided to play it, and it ended up meaning that I had to cut Upstart Goblin, which is a bit annoying for me because I always want to play 37 cards because it's always better than 40, but I just couldn't find 37 cards. I just had to play more, so that's fine. Then the 1 Gee Turtle because it has combos where you draw cards, and it's just good in general. Drawing cards good. Triple Juggler because it searches and it negates Wavering Eyes and it's amazing. Stops you from being killed. Triple Plush because it's also amazing. You pop it with Wizard, you pop it with Draco Slayer, you pop it with anything and it gets you Juggler, which gets you Trick Clown or Hat Tricker. It's really good. Mirror because you need to search for low scale with your Juggler, and it has useful applications with its effect.
Not Beast.
Yeah, but nah, not really. It doesn't really work against that beast. Trick Clown, obviously just a one-off. It's good to summon with plush and helps you make Infinity Rafflesia instead of just having Infinity and 1 random monster on the board. If you've got Trick Clown, it makes the Rafflesia as well. Same with the Juggler because it gets the Hat Tricker, which just helps extend your combos if you get this into the grave mid after Pendulum Summoning. Triple Draco Slayer because it's nuts, and then 2 Vector and a Master. I played the full Draco Slayer lineup. This doesn't need to be explained, but the Master Pendulum is actually insane. I wasn't playing it at first, but it just extends a lot of your plays much further than they can normally go with Ignister, because it normally just has to summon this, which is shit, because you can only make Magister. But with this, you can make Rafflesia, you can make Infinity, you can make all that sort of stuff. It's actually just really good, extends your combos a lot, and it never really bricked. Its Pendulum effect is decent, but it's not what you use it for. And then the 2 Vector, you have to play it for face off because it's the only Draco Overlord monster, but also Pendulum effect is really good. Just negate your opponent's monkey board in the mirror match or Draco Slayer, so it's not that bad to draw. But for a while I was playing 1 and less face off, but face off is nuts, so I just upped it to 2. I wanted face off always to be live. And then hand traps, I played 2 Maxi and 2 Ogre. I think you have to play hand traps because you're not always guaranteed to go first if you are choosing to go first in this format. In the mirror match, the hand traps are how you keep up if you're going second. You need to draw one of them. Maxi is self-explanatory because PePe does a lot of special summoning, but I played Ghost Ogre instead of Effect Veiler, which a lot of other people are playing. Is because people are playing Effect Veiler to hit the wizard or anything like that, and people play Ghost Ogre for a monkey board. I don't really use it for the monkey board. I either save it for Ptolemaeus or I save it for Nat Beast, because Nat Beast is one of the main problems with this deck. It's what you're going to lose to. So you want to. It's also better than Veiler against Nat Beast because you say you could Veiler the Feralants when they search Palomoro. But sometimes if this is your 6th card, it's also a net to Nat Beast, whereas Veiler isn't. It's completely useless. But this also has applications if they're not playing Nat Beast. Obviously, hits monkey board, and then it's just good against any sort of deck that can make Nat Beast. That's the monsters, and then spells. It's triple wavering because it's the absolute blowout in the mirror match, and triple face off because it gets you into Ignister. It gets all your plays rolling. It makes all your plays 10 times better. That's the only spells, and the last trap is just 1 Treacherous for the Rafflesia. I didn't want to play any traps because they're really bad going second. If your opponent, especially if your opponent's going first and making big boards of Infinity Rafflesia, you don't want to sit with traps in your hand. Traps are awful this format. And just the 1 because it's actually really good Rafflesia. I was thinking maybe playing bottomless instead, but you can actually use Rafflesia on the offensive. If you play Treacherous, you can make it during your turn and then send Treacherous and pop both their monsters. And then actually start killing them. If you don't have access to Ignister, which is your main removal card, this can pop 2 with the Rafflesia. Its main deck, it's 40 cards. Extra, 2 Ignister, you really need 2, make it so often. You need it against Cosmo. It's your only out to big ships, really, to be honest. There's no other proper out, so you need 2. Dinoster protects your scales, extends combos, it's obvious. Paladin, also obvious. Special Draco Slayers gets a search. Trapeze for OTKs. Direwolf, you will hit backwards before you pendulum summon them up because Strike exists and any other trap exists. Fairlimps searches Lizard Draw, that's literally it, but it actually helps you. If you can make a rank 4 before you have to pendulum summon, you can search the Lizard Draw with this, and then that means that your monkey board can get Wizard, which can actually make your plays better. Rafflesia for the Treacherous. Dweller for like Mermaids, Burning Abyss. Even the Mermatch is good against, it's just obvious. Emerald helps you recycle things late game because you can run out of X deck cards. Actually quite a lot. I used against my Cosmo match earlier, I used this to put 2 Ignisters back so I can make it again because he'd outed both of them. Castell, it's anything, it's just really good obviously. And then Ptolemaeus, Nova, Infinity is obvious. And this was the 15th card because I want to play Giant Hand, but I haven't been able to get one yet for a decent price. So until I get a Giant Hand, this could be really anything. It was between this, Ragnazero, or Cairn Gorgon. It was useless, I never used it all day. Could have been any card, to be honest. And then side deck, Double Veiler. I wanted more hand traps going second against the mirror, pretty much. I never actually decided to side it in. But I built this side deck 5 minutes before the tournament, so it's actually pretty bad side deck, to be honest. This is a searchable toolbox. It's like Vanity's Fiend or Shogun Shen if you're playing against Duncan. Maxi for, sided again going second against the mirror match for more draws because hand traps are how you actually keep up. Oh shit. These are in the main deck. Sorry, there's 2 Twin Twisters in the main deck. That was 38 card deck. I mean 2 Twin Twisters because it's original. There's going to be people playing back row decks, and this is Solemn Strike and Pendulum Scales. It's actually just good against everything. I don't know how they got in there. Then third Twin Twister for more back row decks, 2 MST for more back row decks. I don't know what to lose to Anti-Spell Fragrance or Floodgates, so I said quite a lot of outs to them. Regeki, 2 Dark Holes, just random general removal because it's original. I didn't really expect to play 3 Cosmo, 3 PePe, and then 1 Shogun Chien deck. So I expected some rogue stuff that this would be good against, but I sided it in going second in the mirror one time as well, which was decent, but it didn't see much play. And then, because once again this is a side deck built at the last minute, I sided 5 traps for the mirror match if I was going first. So I sided in 2 deck div because it hits a lot of the stuff in the deck. It hits Monkey Board, it hits Ski Turtle, it hits Lizard Draw, it hits Damage Juggler, it hits Hat Tricker, etc. You can use it to tribute the Fairlimps to hit all the cards at the hand. Normally I wouldn't standby phase it. I never actually got the chance to draw it, but I would probably hold it until the Pendulum summoned a bunch of monsters and then you can DDV them. You could chain it to Wizard and then Wizard won't get searches if they're targeting things with less than 1500 attack. So this was good for going first in the mirror if I drew it, but it never really happened. And then also 1 strike, 1 warning, and 1 bottomless. The strike and warning are for the mirror just because they're good at negating pendulum summons. I was maybe going to side more of this, but I only had access to 1, so I just sided 1 of each. And the bottomless because if you are siding these traps in the mirror match, you can't play Treacherous Trap Hole anymore with Rafflesia because it just won't work because you might have traps in your grave. So I'd swap the Treacherous with the bottomless. And also against Cosmo, I'd swap the Treacherous with the Bottomless because Bottomless can hit Dark Destroyer and stuff like that, whereas Treacherous is completely useless against Cosmo. But yeah, against decks where Treacherous isn't good, I'd swap it with Bottomless. Yeah, that's the deck.
Alright, cool, congratulations. One last question. Why didn't you play Mermail Abyss Lead?
Because I was testing it last night and didn't draw Instant Fusion enough, so it's not worth playing that deck.
Alright, cool. So
why didn't you play the Solemn Strike version of the deck? Like, where
because
you
traps are
get
fucking awful.
like 3 or whatever.
Traps are awful.
If
If you go second with that deck, you lose.
Alright.
You're drawing Ariadne and traps against Infinity or Rafflesia.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alright, well that does it for our first place winner. Thanks a lot.
Come, face me, give in to your pride.